Hello everyone. Today I'm working on a DIY project, making a homemade antenna using a magnet. Here I have a round magnet. First, I use a ruler to measure its horizontal and vertical dimensions to determine the exact size. Next, I cut 2 pieces of aluminum tape. Then, I attach them to the edges of the magnet. This step helps create a better conductive surface and increases the contact area for connections, improving the antenna's signal stability and performance. Next, I use a rectangular wooden piece as the base for the antenna to keep the structure stable. I use a ruler and a marker to mark the surface, determining the exact position to place the magnet for proper alignment and easier assembly. In this step, I use 2 forks as the metal signal receivers for the antenna. I mark the center point of each plate. Finding the exact center helps keep the structure balanced and improves signal reception. I use a drill to make a hole at the marked position on the plate. I use 2 wires, blue and red, to wrap around the magnet. This step creates a coil that helps improve signal reception and transmission in the antenna system. On one half of the magnet, I wrap the blue wire evenly. Then, I use hot glue to secure it in place, preventing it from moving. On the other half, I wrap the red wire in the same way to complete the coil. Next, I attach the 2 forks to the front of the wooden base. I use hot glue to secure them. Next, I attach the terminal block to the screws fixed on the forks to serve as the connection point between the wires and the magnet. Then, I tighten it to ensure the terminal block is firmly secured and provides stable electrical contact. I connect the two wires from the magnet to a power plug to create the input connection. Then, I use pliers to twist a piece of copper wire into a coil shape. This coil acts like a small inductor, helping improve signal reception and stability while reducing interference in the antenna system. Next, I place the magnet at the center of the wooden base, ensuring proper alignment of the system. I attach the twisted copper coil to the center of the magnet to act as the main signal receiving point. Then, I connect the remaining wires from the magnet to the terminal connectors mounted on the two forks, completing the antenna connections. I apply some glue to the wooden surface and fix the plug in place to keep it stable. Next, I design the signal cable for the antenna. I attach the end of the signal cable to a female plug to create the connection. After that, I connect the female plug to the antenna's male plug to complete the setup. Now, I will test the antenna in real conditions to see how it performs. Now, I will switch between TV channels to check whether the TV can receive signals without an antenna. As you can see, the screen shows no signal, which means the TV cannot receive any broadcast channels. This is the initial test before trying the homemade antenna. Next, I connect the antenna to the back of the TV to test its performance. As soon as I turn it on, the TV immediately starts receiving channels. To confirm this, I remove the antenna and plug it back in again. When I disconnect it, the TV instantly loses signal. When I reconnect it, the channels appear normally again. This proves that the homemade antenna works very well. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like to support the channel. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next videos.